Hey there, fellow movie buffs. Today, we're diving into the lesser-known world of Spider-Man, specifically the 1978 TV movie, Spider-Man Strikes Back. Now, you might be thinking, why bother with this old flick when we have the Marvel Cinematic Universe's grand spectacle? Well, my friends, there's a lot more to this film than meets the eye. It's a hidden gem that explores a side of Spider-Man rarely seen on the big screen, the isolating pitfalls of a dual identity. So, let's swing into action and uncover why this movie is worth a second look. First things first, let's talk about the context. Spider-Man Strikes Back is the second installment in a three-part series based on CBS's The Amazing Spider-Man. It's a time capsule from the 70s, a period when superheroes were still finding their footing on the small screen. The film introduces us to Peter Parker, a year into his vigilantism, and his struggle to balance his public and private lives. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about this? Well, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we've seen Peter's dual identity, but it's often glossed over. This movie takes the time to explore the loneliness and isolation that come with being a superhero in plain sight. The film's production value might not be up to par with today's standards, but that's part of its charm. It's a scrappy, DIY affair that enhances the dramatic sincerity. Peter works as a photographer at the Daily Bugle, and his secret identity as Spider-Man complicates his life. He's got a grumpy boss, J. Jonah Jameson, and a chummy secretary, Rita Conway, who are none the wiser about his double life. But things get interesting when an attractive rival journalist, Gail Hoffman, starts chasing Spider-Man for a story. Now, this is where things get really intriguing. Gail and Peter form a camaraderie that verges on romance, but Peter can't bring himself to reveal his true identity. Instead, he speaks in riddles, expressing his loneliness and the burden of his dual life. How can he ever talk to people, he wonders. What kind of a life can he really have? Now, this is where things get really fascinating. The film takes a turn towards the political, drawing from the American anti-nuclear movement. A trio of youngsters in Peter's college physics class object to their professor's use of plutonium, and things escalate from there. It's a silly plot, but it allows us to take Peter's emotional dilemmas seriously. His insistence on never revealing his identity gets him in hot water, and he loses his job in the process. But the film doesn't shy away from the consequences of his actions, and it's all a goofy delight that blends plot and character drama. One of the things that makes this film stand out is its innovative use of editing and special effects. The film's depiction of Spider-Sense is particularly enchanting. Peter's eyes light up in flashing red and blue, and his premonitions take the form of photonegative footage. It's a hilarious flourish for a superhero photographer, and it adds to the sense of Peter's alienness. The film's style is cartoonish, but it also makes Peter seem appropriately strange, which is what he feels the need to hide. And let's not forget the web shooting sequences, filmed in POV shots that make you feel like you're in the shoes of Spidey himself. Now, you might be thinking, what does this have to do with Brand New Day? Well, that's where things get really interesting. Brand New Day, the latest Spider-Man film, builds on the theme of the isolating pitfalls of a dual identity. It's a theme that has always been a part of the character's DNA, whether in comics or on the big screen. While no other modern Spidey film has really dramatized this conundrum, Brand New Day takes the time to explore it, and it's what makes it so riveting. So, there you have it, folks. Spider-Man Strikes Back is a hidden gem that explores a side of Spider-Man rarely seen on the big screen. It's a time capsule from the 70s that's worth a second look. So, the next time you're feeling down, just remember that even superheroes struggle with the burden of their dual identities. And who knows, maybe you'll find a little bit of inspiration in the scrappy, DIY charm of this old flick. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more movie magic.